I love extreme budget challenges, so this week I wanted to try to eat for $2 a day. I was wondering, can you really get enough calories on such a small amount of money? Hopefully I can figure this out.
$2 a day for 1 week shopping exclusively at the Dollar Tree. Here's what I want to eat for breakfast, but I know that I need to eat some eggs or some sort of protein. So I'm going for some Monterey Jack cheese and a dozen eggs. I also would love some Jimmy Dean sausage, but the Farmer John will do. I need some sort of binder in my eggs, so I'll grab some Texas toast, which will also add some flavor. Coffee creamer would be nice, but I'll get some flavored coffee instead. I'll make a gallon of cold brew because it tastes better black. Pasta is a good way to add a lot of calories, so I'll make some sort of soup with pasta. I'd normally grab a huge can of petite diced tomatoes for soup, but I'll be buying Hunt's today. It's already seasoned and it's much larger. I'd prefer the white beans in my soup, but I'm going to stick with the red beans because they'll add some color. This jambalaya mix caught my eye. I love red beans and rice with sausage. This was the best option I could find for veggies. Now I need some sort of condiment. There's fake sour cream or fake butter. I think I'll just stick with the mayonnaise. I know a great way to use this in dishes. Okay, here are my groceries. I spent $15, but I will only use 1 cup of the coffee and part of the mayonnaise, so technically I'll be eating for $14 this week. In my pantry, I'll be using oil, salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, Old Bay seasoning, and oregano. Let me know what you think about MSGs. I didn't use any, but they would add a lot of flavor for a very small amount of money. Start by soaking your kidney beans the night before you want to meal prep. Next, we'll cook all of our sausage. Cook on medium heat, breaking into small pieces with a spatula. I was a little concerned about where this sausage came from, so I looked it up, and according to Wikipedia, this sausage is made by Smithfield Foods, which is a brand I'm familiar with. We'll be using 1/3 for breakfast. Toast 1 slice of Texas toast. I'm using my air fryer at 350 degrees for 6 minutes. Chop toast into crouton-sized pieces. I decided to cut my silicone muffin tin to fit on 1 baking sheet. This frees up an entire oven rack, thus saving energy. Grate 3/4 of the pepper jack cheese for breakfast. We'll save the rest for later. Here's our mixture of sausage, bread, and cheese, mayonnaise, milk, and beaten eggs. I discovered mayonnaise milk when I was eating Whole30. Add 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise to half a cup of water. It's a good substitute if you don't have any butter or milk. If you have half a stick of butter, that would be delicious here. Also, if you have an onion or a bell pepper you could fry and add it, that would add a lot of flavor and texture. Season with half a teaspoon of salt, pepper to taste, half a teaspoon of onion powder, and half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Use cooking spray or drizzle a little oil into each cup and coat well. Pour 1/4 cup of mixture into each muffin holder. Microplane a little cheese and sprinkle some on each muffin. Place in a preheated 350-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out clean. Cool for a few minutes, then use a knife to dislodge your egg bites. This breakfast was delicious and protein-packed, but it did come in at only 310 calories per serving. To add more calories, you could eat a slice of peanut butter toast, replacing the Texas toast and the coffee with bread and peanut butter. Freeze half of your egg bites for later in the week. Rinse your beans well and cook them however you like. I'm going to place mine in the Instant Pot. Add water to cover the beans about 2 inches, and add 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, and 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Close the lid and seal. Set the timer for 25 minutes. Use a natural release for 20 minutes and then release the pressure. Next, we're going to make the jambalaya according to directions in the pan with the leftover cooked sausage. These vegetables were delicious. I just gave them a quick chop and added half of them to the jambalaya mixture. I also added a teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning a teaspoon of onion powder, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now add half of the kidney beans. This red beans and rice jambalaya was my favorite meal, topped with a little Monterey Jack cheese and a little sour cream, or mayonnaise if you like. This meal came to 458 calories per serving. If you need to add more calories, you could replace the vegetables with another bag of beans. And now meal prep is complete for breakfast and lunch. Time to make dinner. Cook pasta according to the directions. Tonight we're making pasta fagioli. We'll start by frying the other half of the vegetables. Add the can of Hunt's spaghetti sauce and allow that to fry for a few minutes to create some extra flavor. And then add a can of water, a tablespoon of oregano, half a tablespoon of onion powder, half a tablespoon of garlic powder, and salt and pepper to taste. Bring to a boil and reduce to simmer for about 30 minutes. Add the remaining beans to your soup and a little bit of the bean broth. And if you want, you can add some more mayonnaise milk or butter, whichever condiment you chose. This was hearty and delicious and only got better as the week went on. I like to store my pasta separately because I don't like soggy pasta logs in my soup. Dinner came in at 494 calories per serving. If you need more calories, go for the margarine, which had about twice as many calories as the small jar of mayonnaise. All of the meals came to 1,262 calories per day, which is plenty for me, especially during the winter. With minor adjustments, you could get this up to about 2,500 calories a day. You couldn't run any marathons, that's for sure. Thank you for watching my video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. If you would like more content like this, please let me know down in the comments.
And do a big hi. Do a big five. Come on, do a big five. Look at it. Oh, good boy.